Hey, my loves. I'm going to give it a second, letting TikTok in too. Okay. Hi, gang. Grand Rising. Grand Rising, my loves. How is everybody today? How are we doing? Hi, my loves. How is everybody? Grand Rising, Grand Rising. What's good, Shannon? What's good, everybody? What's good? It's the little things. What's good, Avira? What's up with everybody? How was your weekend? Hey, Stephanie. Everybody's in the house. Hi, guys. Grand Rising. So, a couple quick things before we get into all the things, okay? What's good, divine leaders? For those of you that missed the What's Good Ruby, Cheerfully Sweet. Hey, everybody. For those of you that missed the Venus and Mars show, do check that out. Okay, definitely check that out. Is there something wrong? Is it that you can't hear me, guys? Can you guys hear me clearly? Hey, Cynthia. Can everybody hear me? Can y'all let me know in the chat? Where's everybody at? Good. Okay. Where's everybody at this morning? How is everybody? Okay. So listen, I know y'all been seeing me struggling to read the words. I ordered some readers. They will be here probably in another day or so. Please do bear with me. What's good, Mel? Please do bear with me. Okay. Wanted to mention that. I wanted to mention the Mars and Venus show yesterday. And I also wanted to mention two other things. Y'all need to come over to the Patreon. We're doing so many big things over there. Really getting into the masterclass content. Okay. I feel like if you're into really trying to elevate your ascension, that is the place to be. What's good, Maritza? So I wanted to start with that. And also if you are trying to work on like daily prompts to assist you, get the Spiritually Strapped ebook journal on my website. The link is in the bio. Okay, so I just wanted to put that out there because you know what? I never do it and I always forget. So we're going to do a little quick prayer and then we're going to get into the general energy and all of the elements like we always do. Okay, so we bring our energy together to honor the divine frequency of love. We speak the language of healing and peace, and we hold space for the stillness needed for our growth, both individually and collectively. We choose wholeness and empathy in the face of fear and oppression, both internally and externally. We open ourselves to the divine, and we choose to be divinely guided to our highest selves and our highest timelines. We root ourselves in the frequency of divinity. We birth ourselves anew daily, taking action towards our highest selves. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Spirit had me write this prayer last week. And until I memorize it, I will be reading it in that fashion. But I've been directed that we're to start like that and that we are holding space for the Divine Mother. So that's where we begin. Okay, so yeah, so let's get some general energy out here. All right, let's look at what's happening, what's going on for the collective. I hope everybody's weekend was wonderful. Okay, and like I said, Grand Rising, guys, deal with me one more day with the vision thing. Spiritually Strapped. Yes, the link is in the chat for those of you on YouTube for the journal. Okay, Spirit, can you show me What is it that the collective needs to know? And today is my stepdaughter's birthday. Happy birthday, Dee Dee. Okay, her 21st. She's all grown up. Okay. Yeah. And so, you know, she's a cusper of the energy between the Taurus and Gemini axis. Thank you guys for the shares, right? And so, you know, we're in that energy right now, right? I'm feeling I got love on my mind, right? But we're going into Gemini season, which is about communication, okay? Mercury's coming into or already has come into Taurus. This could be the refinement of your communication. This might be, you know, a good time after that Mercury retrograde that we had last month. Thank you. Happy solar return. Thank you. It might be a good time, guys, to bring forth the communication or the realizations that we had in the Mercury retrograde, right? I feel like now we've had time to process them, and we can communicate them in a way of love. Okay, we can communicate them with that frequency of love. All right, so that's what I'm heavily feeling. I'm feeling like we have opportunities to shift things right now. It's time to leave the old behind, rebirth, shedding the chrysalis, taking risks. Okay, so that's where we are, guys. Okay. And for those of you that were looking at this at the 720 video yesterday, and I was saying that the representation of the Divine Mother as the moon, it's not that it's inaccurate, it's that it's too limiting. She's not just the moon, like she's the entire galaxy, like, you understand? And so like the stars, like the dark matter, like all of that, right? The unknown, right? What's good, Rebecca? And I feel like it's time now for us to allow ourselves to like communicate the discovery. So let me I feel like the last few weeks, what Taurus season has been doing for the collective is a realization of what we value, how we value ourselves, how that really reflects back to us through our interactions, or if it doesn't, and which interactions we need to like set aside. Okay. And with that Mercury retrograde happening around that time, that also focused us to see what was counter to where the North Node is. That's where, you know, in Aries, right? So, and Mars being in Aries, like it's all lining up to understand the true essence of how you see yourself. And for those of you who have done the book, you know that we speak about that. So I feel like this is all coinciding. What's good, Jennifer LaRoe? It's really time to look at how you see yourself, okay? And maybe what I need to do is like set up a conversation for those that have completed the book, because I feel like that's what we need to chat about, okay? The portal in reverse, okay? Are you ready? And it says adventures, right? Ancestors and calling, right? and it's in reverse. You know, I saw something this morning, and you know, LA mommy, I'm gonna say something, and maybe this will assist you to think about some things, okay? I was watching somebody this morning discussing how they were in a situation with somebody and that person was taking advantage of their good heart, and that they recognized that person was purposely keeping them in a state of confusion because that assisted them to harness that person's frequency for themselves and use it to magnify and attract cheating situations. So they were using the energy of their partner to attract other suitors. Okay. So he was cheating on her, and she was an empress, and the empress frequency was assisting him to look like Mac Daddy, and meanwhile was draining the shit out of her. Right? She was losing sleep and going through all kinds of things. I'm taking this time out because this is Taurus season. So, and it is about self-worth. So I'm going to give this little gem. Okay. And so there was a situation going on, and she had just given birth and she had 2 kids, right? And you know, he wasn't having no sympathy for what was going on. You know what I'm saying? So when what she decided to do was go to her ancestors, but then she thought about like who would she pray to? And I loved her. I wish I remember her name. I love her response to this because she was, you know, learning in and leaning into her spirituality, right? She said she couldn't go pray to her grandmothers about this. Why? Because her grandmothers took that very same abuse and stayed. So she was talking to the wrong ancestors, right? She needed to talk to her grandfathers who were cheating on the grandmothers, who were in a frequency of selfishness and putting themselves first, but in addition, opening portals. Reverse. Damn, Spirit, you be on it. I see you. Okay, I just said that the portals was in reverse, right? So what she said was she went to her grandparents who were, you know, Rolling Stones. Papa was a Rolling Stone, right? And said, you know what you need to do? If you want me to, you know, revere you like I revere my grandmothers and how I always pray for them and this and that, what you need to do is you need to go back and fix those spiritual situations that you created for the line in regards to cheating because of what you was doing to my grandmothers. Right? So that I could break free from this situation, however that looks, and whatever is best for my highest good. Right? Instead of asking what a person is doing, ask your ancestors to elevate you out of a situation in the best manner for you. And then trust that if that thing gets removed from you, that it was supposed to because it was harming you. Right? And with this portal being in reverse, it's talking about closing portals to situations that have been in the line of your family. I don't think you guys understand how big that is. Okay? So I'll give you an example. For the fellas out there, let's say you had a masculine in your family who was, he's dating two women, but he left a woman maybe who was pregnant or something like that, right? And then he like let's say she loses the baby, but now he keeps trying to have kids and he can't have none, right? Most likely that lady put some juju on that line. Okay? And so venerating him to repair that in the 5D so that the line can be free in the 3D. Listen, that might be too expansive for some of y'all to understand, but the Bible does say that there is the sins of the father, right? So a lot of times when you're asking why me, sometimes we think too limited, yo. We don't understand. And I'm not saying that you're not a product of your situations, that you don't cause them or whatever. What's good, Ellie? But I just want to say, we need to pay more attention to repeat situations in our lives. And most people, if they sit down and they think about it, there is something that has been running through a line. Okay. So it also says here, just let it be, libation, liberation, free spirit, wild, authentic. Okay. So exactly what I'm saying, so that we could be freed from carrying other people's karma. Okay? Give to the mind and it gives back. The mind. Okay? Inspiration. And then it says moon cycles. Okay? Or mood cycles. Okay? So I was talking to one of the somebody in my group, and I was saying that we needed to find ways to self-regulate, especially through anxiety. And right now, there's a lot of people who have gone through things this year, right? I know I'm taking a little long to start the elements, but just stick with me. Right? There's also like the impending anxiety of everything that's going on in the collective. Spirit is advising us to find ways to use our breath work to bring ourselves back to the present moment, because when we're in anxiety, whether we recognize it or not, it's like the body is setting off alarms that maybe either we're thinking about something in the past or the future, or something that we are not allowing to come to the surface will eventually make us ill because it's presenting as anxiety first. Okay, so whenever we feel that way, go and watch something that, for 5 minutes that encourages you to follow your breath, for instance. Okay, or go listen to some meditation music, or learn how to just, some deep breathing, and do that for 5 minutes and see how you'll bring yourself back. Okay, I'm not telling you that you have to jump in head first and meditate for a half an hour, right? But if you could just find your way to listen to your breath for 5 minutes, okay, it will bring you back to center. All right. So and I think that some people are feeling that because there's a lot of things right now. Remember I said we're coming into Gemini season. We're going into it with the love, but that's also love and hope, right? And how they can hope can be confused with, you know, anxieties or wishes. So we need to just be able to bring ourselves back to center. Okay. All right, guys, drop the elements. Let's see who's in the house and who's going first. Thank you for the roses, my love. Thank you so much. I see earth. I see fire. I see fire. I see earth. I see earth. I see water. I see earth. I see earth. I see air. I see fire. I see earth. I see earth, water, air, earth, air, water, earth, fire. Thank you for the heart me. Air, earth, fire, earth. Fire, water, earth. Earth always wants to go first. I see y'all. Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. In light that this is the last day, let's see. There was only one vote in there. Okay, we need to this is what I'm going to do. Because Earth is lighting shit up, but I also want to be fair. So this is going to be the last week that Earth goes first. And for a little bit, okay? You restarted it. Okay, let's give it a second. And it came out. And then only one vote there. So this is how we're going to do. We're going to start with Earth because there's a lot of Earth in the house, okay? And then what I will do is next week we will start with air because it'll be Gemini season, okay? I feel like maybe that's a fairer way. Okay. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to start with Earth today. Happy birthday, Taurus gang. You got like a day or so left. And then we're moving on to a Gemini season. Let's get you guys an angel number. Let's get an angel number. Spirit, can you show me? At the bottom of the deck was 2020, and I'm not going to read it. I just feel like Spirit is saying hindsight is 2020, okay? That now you can look back at situations and know why they went down the way they did. You got the 0808 infinity, right? And swift action, wealth, empathy, promises, commitment, affection, inner strength, auspicious outcomes. You will enter a time of expansion, so begin taking steps forward, achieving your ultimate objective immediately. Finances will miraculously improve. Oh, and somebody has their mind set on you. Okay, so I feel like you're turning a corner. Okay, I also did say that Mercury was going into Taurus. Okay, and let's keep in mind that Mercury is current, right? Electric current. Okay, but there's also like currency. Okay, and then in the house of Taurus, it could very well possibly turn into some type of advancement in finances. Okay, it could also be for my earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It could be like your communication makes you more money, or advertising yourself, or communicating your skills, or your needs, desires. I feel like this could bring some or even your value, your worth. I feel like this could bring increases in finances. 222 at the bottom of the deck, and you are in alignment for something. Okay, connections, friendships, romantic relationships, family ties, balance, and it says compromise, commitment, trust. Okay, I feel like something that you requested, feels like when we was around Scorpio season. Okay, it's like it's coming in now, but it may be coming in like building steadily towards it. You might have thought like, oh, I want it Bing Pow, want it now, right? And spirit is cautioning to the understand that incremental growth sometimes is better because it's lasting. It's built on a firm foundation rather than something that's fleeting and comes in fast and then dies out. Okay, so there's something here, earth signs, about maintaining the frequency or building upon something, or level up, okay, level up. All right, what is the symbol used for air? I think somebody will put it in the chat for you. Okay, so anyway, let me get started with the tarot. Let's see what spirit wants us to know. You love this? Yeah, it looks like a blowing smoke. All right, let's see what spirit got going on for my earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Okay, let's see what's coming up and coming in for you guys. You have here the Four of Swords. So you're healing from something, resting from something. Spirit, can you show me? Six of Pentacles. You got the Hierophant and the High Priestess. Wow, I like it. Spirit, can you show me? With the King of Cups crossed and the Three of Swords. The Two of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck with the Nine of Wands. Let's take a look. So, Six of Pentacles giving to two. I feel like you might have been healing. What's good, Pata? You might be healing from an experience of I'm kind of getting like third-party situation, but I feel like it may have been in the past. Death card. There is a death and transformation. This is a rebirth. Right? Death of the Two of Cups. Listen. Earth signs. Some of y'all went through some breakups. Okay? I want to say something. Jupiter was in the house of Taurus, and it's still there until I think 25th. Okay. And I feel like you might, if you're an earth sign and you went through some type of breakup, you could be feeling like, I thought Jupiter was supposed to bring abundance. Right? But Jupiter and Taurus would be teaching, and Taurus in itself is learning the self-love, right? But the gift could be the freedom of being from that situation. Okay, healing from that situation. All right, and we're gonna get into it. Spirit, why is this Four of Swords here? Why is the Four of Swords here? Right, freedom. You know what I'm saying? The Queen of Pentacles. I'm trying to tell you. Listen, I just said the Queen of Pentacles or Taurus is about learning her own worth, okay? That she learns who she is, okay? That she's considered the quintessential spouse. Thank you, my love, okay? So she's considered this quintessential spouse. So healing from, maybe overgiving in some way, male or female, right? Learning how you discounted yourself, for the free 99, you know what I'm saying? By allowing people to like elevate themselves over you, and then in turn using the energy of the Empress or of the frequency of that to like permeate themselves, to know that they are valid. It's not that this person brings that validity to you. You understand? They're actually absorbing from you, right? And the Five of Swords, and how you could have manipulated yourself, or they, them tricking you into thinking, right? Look, she has a sword. I'm going to show both cameras. Okay, she has a sword with a mask. Okay, so like, the Emperor has no clothes, or, and I'm not talking about male or female, right? But the perception that this person has control over you or has discounted you in some way is it's because you have elevated them higher than you in some way. The Six of Pentacles, Spirit, why is the Six of Pentacles here? Can you show me? With the Strength card, right? And it may have been difficult in a situation where you were experiencing that in the past. I don't feel like this is too recent, right? It feels like you're relearning about how you kind of suppressed something in your own character, okay? I'm going to show both cameras, okay? And it's giving Little Red Riding Hood, right? But I feel like it's reversed. I feel like at any point you could have stood up and defended yourself, but it would have meant the hard decision to leave, or, to have to accept something was dead, right? You got a King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, and it's funny because he's out here crossed, and we'll get to him, okay? But that could be about suppressing some type of emotion. So we're going to take a look at that too. The next card out is the High Priestess. Spirit, why is this High Priestess here? Why is this High Priestess here, please? Why is this High Priestess here? With the Page of Pentacles, right? At the bottom of the deck, the King of Pentacles. Okay, so this is like knowing that you're with the Page when you're supposed to be with the King, male or female. Okay, so the High Priestess silently, okay, and also the High Priestess also can mean a mistress, right? So it's like knowing what was going on and not saying anything, and then also settling, Page of Pentacles, right, for something smaller. It was an opportunity, yes, right? There may have even been some things that came with that wasn't all negative, right? Or why else would you stay in a situation, right? So, but here's the King, right? Like, because maybe male or female, you were waiting for this person to turn into that, to match this Queen of Pentacles over here, male or female. Okay, so while you were waiting, you couldn't see Two of Swords over here. You couldn't see. Look at her. She is blindfolded. right? That, something else was going on. And it's funny because I said the Hierophant is out here. It's the next card, right? And the Hierophant is here too. Okay, so, Spirit's definitely telling us, because we already had the King of Cups on both decks, right? So they're showing us duplicates to bring it home, okay? So you got the Hierophant here, Spirit. Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? With the High Priestess who's sitting right here, right? We just did her, right? So, the Hierophant represents the high church, or the Christian church, or Catholicism, or the Vatican, or right? And the High Priestess is basically the spiritual side, or the spirit connection, right? This is also the marriage. When you look at the Empress and the Emperor, this is also the marriage. When you look at the High Priestess and the Hierophant, when you look back in history, even like clergy had priestesses that would perform certain things, or they were considered advisors, especially in some Kemetic practices. Okay, look at the Empress. I'm telling you, Spirit is talking. Okay, Earth signs, you were trying to use your energy to transform the person standing next to you into something more, because you know how powerful you are. But we can't make people what they're not willing to be, or what they don't have the DNA to, or the capacity to be. King of Cups comes out cross. Spirit, why? Listen. And, we're talking about male or female, because I don't like to, listen. Male or female, but the King of Cups cross is an insecure individual, male or female, and the King of Cups in the tarot is supposed to be the quintessential father. He's not even that great when he comes out crossed. Okay, he's too emotionally unstable for that. You understand what I'm saying? So male or female, this person that you were pouring the energy into was actually resentful, okay, of your ability to transform situations. So what did they do? They took the energy of you trying to pour into them and elevate them, and they used it against you to be out there trying to bless other people with your frequency, so they could feel more important. Like, nah, it's not you, it's me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Right? And then the 10 of Pentacles comes out. So now you level up, you leveling them up, right? And they're using this to prop up I said, the King of Cups, male or female, if it comes out cross, is somebody who's insecure. So now they want to prop themselves up, thinking that the shit that is growing is because of them, that their shit don't stink. Meanwhile, they're draining it from you, and you were willing participant, because you stay with me, right? But in the cracking open, right? In the cracking open, there's a realization. 4 of Wands, right? Reunited, the monster comes home. What the fuck? Right? So you making like an illusion for this person, for they could think they the shit, so they could think that they're the quintessential, like I said, the definition would be the quintessential father, but male or female, right? toxicity, right? Insecure shit, right? Then we have here the Three of Swords. Spirit, why is the Three of Swords here? And what are they doing with it? Juggling your heart with the Three of Cups. So putting you in third-party situations so they can feel themselves more important. Right? And you had to heal from that. Right? But Spirit wants you to know that sometimes they let us get into these situations because it's a way for us to learn our own worth. Right? The Nine of Swords, right? So you had to go through some sleepless nights and anxiety to understand that this person was actually physically draining you. Emperor and the Death card and the Two of Cups, right? Ultimate authority rests with him. It says death and transformation. That's how, male or female, that's how you had this person feeling. You got the Two of Cups here, okay? And then the Six of Wands, okay? So at a certain point, you had to realize that the only way was to shift the power and take back your own frequency, right? Look what this card says, obey. Obey. Right? And that road left you to recognize with the Page of Wands here what a mistake that was. Hangman, you found yourself stuck. Hermit, you had to go on a spiritual walkabout, right? Knight of Swords, you had to learn to speak up for yourself, you know. That's throat chakra energy, right? And then you have here the Knight of Wands, right? You had to face that this person was really not for you. They were more for themselves, right? The Four of Swords, and the healing begins just where we started. Okay? But what happens? The Ace of Pentacles comes next, basically saying, now that you have learned the wisdom of your worth, Earth signs, right? Now that you have learned and you've been given the seed that you are the true abundance, Two of Wands, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to decide to do with that? Okay. Are you going to stay in the heartbreak? All right. Or are you going to put yourself to be the sun and the center of the situation? And that this whole situation revolves around you, because the King of Cups would love to stay in control if you allow them. Okay. If you can't learn to speak your truth, it's going to be a situation where you're going to keep learning that same lesson. Okay. Right. And that's when you learn to go to calmer waters. Okay. And that you can be the King of Pentacles, not just the Queen of Pentacles. And you will attract the King or Queen of Pentacles depending on how you identify. Okay. I'm going to get another deck for you guys, and then we shall be up out of here. Do we want that one? Yeah, let's do this one. Okay. So Earth signs, this is feels very much of like the realization that you might have had recently was that you gave your power away in some way, and that you can pour that into yourself now. Like that it feels like you're coming out of some type of healing. I think if somebody were to attempt that now, your response would be very different. Spirit, can you show me closing message for my Earth signs? Okay. So we have here breakthrough, navigate many life's twists and turns, right? But it was crossed with magic opportunity, right? So it's like, thank you guys for all the love. It's like you couldn't, you were like afraid of like the final jump, okay? But gentle release, I feel like you did finally let go of something. Okay? Let yourself surrender to the flow of life's mysterious currents. And I feel like that's exactly what happened. Okay, you also have here eclipse of concealment. Navigate through the eclipse of concealment, understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelations. And I feel like that might have happened with the eclipse. There could have been some type of realization. It could have been about a past situation or one that you were currently in. I feel like you're getting the whole 2020 hindsight is 2020. Like you're seeing now the reasons that we're here, right? Why everything had to go down the way it did. In the quiet moments, I said to you, this might have been some type of thing that you thought about during the Mercury retrograde, right? Seek solace in the silence where clarity finds its real voice. And I was saying in the beginning, like there was something about doing breath work to release the anxiety, right? And then at the bottom of the deck, carried away. Let yourself be caught up in the whirlwind of a romantic moment. And that may be why Spirit has you revisiting. Okay. It's like in preparation for a new experience that you are either presently having or is about to have. And so the reflection is so that you don't repeat something or so that you know that you have the strength not to. Okay? So that's what I have for my earth signs. I'm going to clear this and then we're going to get into the next element. Let's pick all of these up. Sorry, guys. You know, I be channeling and then I got to separate all the cards. Okay. I have not done fire. Earth was first. Okay. I'm going to go with air. Let's do them in order today so that we can just avoid all the drama. Let's do air. Spirit. Show me what my air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius need to know. Happy birthday to the Taurus Gemini cuspers. Spirit, can you show me what is it that my that my air signs need to know? Can I have an angel number for air, please? 101. Oh, you're about to learn something, right? Starting over. Intelligence, dynamics, making a difference, futures, personal or spiritual development. Okay. Spirit 101, manifesting 101. 444, protection, change, rebellion, guidance, justice, truth, character, and love. 888, karma. I feel like you learned that you had to start over, or I feel like there was an experience recently that was a confirmation in some way about how divinely guided or divinely protected you are. I also feel like you got that first confirmation, you're going to get another one. And this second confirmation is going to be about people receiving karma for certain choices. Okay? And it's something about the Lion's Gate. Let me just take a Tylenol, please, guys. Okay. Let's get started. I feel like I think you discovered. Oh, this one card's still out. I think you discovered that that something that should have hurt you or was meant to hurt you didn't touch you, but you're finding out the truth about it now. And I feel like the way you're finding out about it is confirming how protected you are, but it's also going to show you what happens with karma. Spirit, can you show me? What do my air signs need to know? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, please. Can you show me? What do they need to know? What do they need to know? Well, first you have the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting, right? Time after time. Somebody used to do some shit, right? They used to be all filled with passion and just do stuff without thinking, right? Give me 1 second, guys. I'm just looking at something. Sorry, my loves. It feels like they would make bad, passionate decisions, and then they would expect you to fix it. And the Tower is here, and I feel like something went to shit, and the Temperance is here, right? There's a lot of major arcana out here, air signs. Then they would want you to fix it. And the Hierophant, maybe you were married to this person, right? But they figured you'd do the right thing. You always do the right thing. 7 of Pentacles, even if it left you without, right? At the bottom of the deck, because you're the magician, right? You'll fix it, right? Meanwhile, they were doing sneaky shit, right? 6 of Cups, and then they just come back, right? 5 of Swords, and manipulate you into making you think like, well, why wouldn't you help them when you have the means or the ability to do it, right? And if you didn't, then, it would only be because you're so egotistical or you think it's all about you. Like, this person got the nerve to try to tear you the fuck down with the 3 of Wands because, maybe you do better than they do with the King of Pentacles here, right? And they're stuck like Chuck, right? And it's like them wanting, like, the audacity of you to be doing better than them, and then also them doing something to you, and then you in turn not wanting to help them. Like, make it make sense. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting. So it's like, on top of the fact that they weren't doing the right thing, it was like they were blaming you for not wanting to be part of their circus. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. It's your fault because you're doing so well and you knew I wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? Look, Suit of Wands, King of Wands, right? I don't think about what I do. I just take action. Then afterwards, like, I wasn't going to ask you for permission. You was going to say no. So I just did what the fuck I was going to do. And then, high priestess, but you knew what I was doing. It's not like you didn't know. You knew I wasn't shit. Page of Swords. So it also alleviates them from taking responsibility. They're blocked from taking the responsibility. And even though they were trying to hide something from you, it's your fault that you didn't figure it out sooner or whatever. And you should have known that they were going to need your help, irregardless of how they treated you. It's basically the frequency, the Chariot. Come rescue me. Right? I feel like there might have been some times where you tried to get away from this person. Okay? Let's clarify. Ace of Wands. Why is that here, Spirit? For my air signs, please. Why is that here? Thank you for the rose, my love. Why is that here? You got the Three of Swords. Okay, so they break your heart, right? Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again. Right? The Death card's here in reverse. You're not going to leave me over that shit, right? I was going to get right back. Right? The Moon. You know that I just howl at the moon, I don't know what got into me. And, you're so empathetic and healing. And you should have known what you knew deep down inside. Right? The Wheel of Fortune. I promise I won't do it again, but I do it again. Right? Show me, Spirit. Why is this Wheel of Fortune here? Why is this Wheel of Fortune here? Wheel of Fortune comes out with the Three of Pentacles, right? If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting time after time. So what if it's always the Three of Pentacles, right? It's more than just two people, right? Ace of Cups. But we in love. What's good, Copenhagen? Hangman, right? And all the while, this individual, male or female, is trying to triangulate the Ten of Cups, the love, with the Knight of Cups. So they got two faces. Do you see that? Why is the Tower here? I think, you know what? I feel like right now, we're coming out of Taurus season. There might have been some healing around old wounds and relationships. And that may be why this is coming up, okay? With the Tower and the Seven of Cups, right? The illusions. If you are in a constant state of chaos, and if you're going from one Tower moment to the next Tower moment, you don't have time to assess what's happening, right? The Emperor, right? The Emperor cross, right? That this person is abusing their power in some way, right? They may also be trying to make it sound like things are out of their control, like it just happens to them. But the Eight of Swords is here. It's definitely a prison of their own making and also a prison of yours, right? And the Nine of Swords and the sleepless nights and the hair on the pillowcase and the thinning of the nails and the stomach bubbling and the acne and the weight gain. Temperance. Spirit, why? Temperance with the Two of Cups, because they have to make you constantly feel like you have to win them back, or like you're chosen. Very pick Misha, like keeping you in a chaotic state so that you can't ever fully heal. Okay, with the Magician, right? Magician is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, if you look, he's like holding something in his hand, right? So it's like distorting the energy in some way or causing confusion. You've changed. They don't know you now. Yep. And then you have the Ten of Swords here. So you had to have a breaking point. You had to go through some type of heartbreak to be able to recognize that this person was like abusing something. And I feel like what they were abusing was like they would not give you long enough time to heal. So by doing that, like let's say if there was something happening every week, or you dread Fridays because on Fridays you know that the cycle starts over, right? It's something that it was so constant that could keep you in a state of trauma, okay? But the Hierophant is here. Like I said, you could have been married to this person. And the Strength card. Okay. It's like releasing something. Daring to release something. I feel like you wanted to be nice. I feel like you had to be forced. This is the Ace of Swords. Something about a truth, a secret. Something was revealed. Your son's father to the T. Yeah, something was revealed here about the Seven of Cups and Seven of Pentacles, and why you never had, like, you couldn't like heal or you couldn't fix something. Okay. And the Five of Pentacles. Okay. So it was like this person was perpetually keeping you out of the frequency of healing because it was the best way for them to move. Okay. They were also giving you their frequency. You know how in the Earth sign I was saying that they were trying to hijack Earth's frequency. In this one, it feels more like they were trying to like change your frequency, but to bring you down. Okay. King of Pentacles just came out with the Four of Pentacles. Okay. This wasn't just about elevating them. I want you to look at, I'm going to show each camera individually how he has those feminines in like encasements, trapping them. Right? The Star and the Six of Cups, and he could come back and you know, the Magician came up twice for this person. Okay, with the Six of Cups here as well. This person could have had some, whether they recognize it or not, maybe they weren't outwardly spiritual per se, but I feel like the darker frequencies definitely played a factor here. I also feel like I said in the beginning something about sins of the father and the general energy. I feel like this ties in here. It's like they're trying to rid themselves of something they know they walk with almost. Okay, Four of Swords. Okay, but you started healing anyway. Okay, making a new situation or opportunity for yourself. Okay, so it feels like at some point, and maybe this is happening for you now. Let's clarify this Magician at the bottom of the deck. But I feel like there was a breaking free, right, of something. Okay, I removed myself because of the third party and found how he put the third party in a third party. You see? Look. So you have here the Hierophant, I should say the Magician with the Lovers and the 10 of Wands. So once you decided, what's good, Be So Savage, once you decided, right, that you were no longer going to feed the Magician, or right, and you left something, right, that situation became very burdensome. Okay, you have the 5 of Wands. Okay, and then there was more conflict. So Spirit moved you from a situation, even though you might have felt like it was a painful one. Okay, 7 of Swords, there was more deception that you didn't even know about. And the 9 of Pentacles, right, this taught you how to be independent. I love this card. Okay, I'm going to show you guys independently. Okay, and the 2 of Pentacles. Okay, that person stayed in that situation. Okay, because they keep making the same choices. Okay, and the 4 of Wands. Okay, and the Temperance. It's like now they wish they had went back and fixed it. Queen of Swords, though. There you go. You're not trying to hear that. You look, unbiased independence. You have freed yourself. Free your mind, and the rest will follow. Right? And the Queen of Wands. And it's like all of a sudden you have your glow back. Okay, you sleeping again, right? You looking healthy and shit. Healthy, as they say. You know what I'm saying? Right? And I feel like now this person, you know, if you, especially if you had kids with them, they want to be ever so helpful. They want to show like they're interested. You know, they will be there in a flash if you call them, right? And it's because they wish they could go back and change something, but they can't. Okay, it's too late. Okay, what they miss is that nurturing. Okay, but they can't get that from you anymore. Okay, and the Suit of Pentacles, this is the 5 of Pentacles, and now they're the ones that are feeling left out in the cold, basically, is what Spirit is saying. Spirit, can you give me a closing card for my air signs? I just finished air, Brianna. You can rewind. Okay, so you got patience, Pathfinder, trust your inner compass to illuminate your path through love and career, revealing the direction your soul wishes to explore. I feel like Spirit is leading you right now. Okay, and you also have here Gate of Opportunities. Pass through the Gate of Opportunities, wherein new paths and what? I'm trying to read this, sorry. And unfurl with boundless potential, right? So I feel like new opportunities are coming. Okay, I feel like you might have went through a little bit of a dark night of a soul. For some of you, this happened some time ago, and you're now seeing like the mountain of mastery. You're seeing how far you've come. Okay. And it says ascend towards thy self-realization and triumph, guided by the soul presence of your mastery mountain pathway. Okay, so it feels like you have overcome so much, Mama Wata, right? There you go. I feel like yeah, that's definitely the energy you are recognizing. This person almost taught you your own strength of your magic, because they were maliciously wielding theirs, and to elevate, you had to become the magician yourself. Okay, that's what that feels like, very much so. Let me clear this. Clear this. Okay, guys, we're gonna do water. We're gonna do water, guys. Let me just finish picking up these cards, and we're gonna do water. You're welcome, my love. Okay, so let's get water, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. An angel number, Spirit. Can we give water an angel number, please? You're welcome. Always on point. Thank you, my love. 1717, drama alert, independence, soul mission, alone time, learning, healing, and aspirations. What's going on with my water signs? You're welcome. 1414, light up. Okay, mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, and quality. I also heard some of y'all lighten up in another way. Okay. 1212, persistence. I also feel like some of y'all could be exhaling right now if you follow what I'm saying. 666. For those of you that indulge. Okay. I feel like some of y'all was like, it's better that I burn this than burn them. With your fire frequency. Okay, so I feel like you just like gave it to spirit and was like, man, I ain't even gonna respond, because if I respond, it's gonna be something. Okay, spirit, can you show me? Good morning, Jen. Can you show me, spirit? Hey, Johnny. Show me, spirit. What do my water signs need to know, please? What do my water signs need to know? Wow, Cancer, Sun, and Moon with a Scorpio rising. That's a lot of water. Show me, spirit. What does my water signs need to know, please? Okay, you got the Three of Swords with the star. Two of Wands out here crossed. Nine of Swords. With the King of Wands, somebody was very selfish with you, water signs. And the Five of Wands, and a lot of conflict came. And then the Emperor is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's get a deck to clarify these. We have out here the Three of Swords. There was something that was hard for you to swallow. Okay, I feel like you elevated somebody. I give you the sun, the moon, and the mountains, and I'll give you the world. Three of Swords, Spirit, why? With the Three of Cups. Listen, I feel like everybody's going through the heartbreak hotel, or they're going through the memory of that to like rid it of their vessel. Okay. And then you have the Nine of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Spirit said this isn't presently happening. And that Spirit has been pouring into you with the Star card here. But you have to be willing to accept the healing. But water signs, you know, you guys have a tendency to like brood or stay in the rivers of your emotions, and Spirit is keep your head up. You got it. And if he don't love you, you should leave him. And then where to create one. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Tupac. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Right? Water signs. The Queen of Wands came out to the Star card. So you've been trying to heal from the heartbreak by looking for somebody else to put the shine on you. Male or female. Well, if somebody else loves me, then I will be worthy. Right? But all you're doing is like showing, revealing the Sun card, showing like how vulnerable you are. Okay. And then the egomaniacs, or the ones that are like real cocky and shit, they know that you need that, so they come to you. So it's like you're wearing your jacket of insecurity or heartbreak, or right. And some of yous may have already come out of this. Like you, maybe this is what you learned in Taurus season. Okay. Because in the general energy, I was talking about the like the need to have a way to remove ourselves from the memory or the frequency of something, or how to denote when the anxiety or something is living within us. Okay. So I feel like you could have stopped being in a situation, but maybe you're now at the point of recognizing the residual energy that you permit to like stay in your vessel. Right? So, for instance, male or female, when you go out with a new person, or you're supposed to go out with them and then they ghost you because maybe the conversation wasn't going on, like you're using that as validation as to why, you know, you're not worthy, instead of looking at it as another opportunity to say, Spirit has moved aside somebody that wouldn't have been worthy of my time anyway. Right? Like it's like it's time to get out of the emotion, of detach from the situation. The Two of Wands, it's like you don't know how it came out crossed. Okay, Spirit, why is the Two of Wands here crossed for my water signs, please? Like you don't need the attention from somebody else to validate how worthy you are. You need to give that to yourself. Learn the value of yourself. Right? Four of Cups, right? Because while you're feeling that way, you release that frequency. You are, what you attract, the law of resonance. So if they're not that into you, you might not be that into you either, water signs. Like, it's like wanting to be filled, but you have to fill it. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, it's like you could say, I'm filled, I'm the Ten of Pentacles, but Spirit says that is a lie, like the Maury Povich, right? It's a Seven of Pentacles. You're more than halfway full, but there's still some things that leave you vulnerable, that you, right? And it's because you're letting the way these people treated you determine how you treat yourself, or how future people will treat you, rather than you looking at it as a reflection of what they are. Thank you, Spirit. Here's the Nine of Swords, and all the sleepless nights that you went through and still go through. As I feel like, water signs, this may be very much active for you, or at least for some of you. Nine of Swords with the Nine of Swords, baby. So every time you get a new disappointment in that area, or you register it as such, right? Then what happens is you activate why this person didn't do it, as well as why the other person did it. Like, so it starts to become compounded. It starts to become compounded, right? Now you feel all the feels for all the relationships. What? Stop. Okay. Four of Wands with the King of Wands, right? And so water signs, I said that this person was quite selfish. I hope I don't trigger anybody, but I just saw something in the card. Somebody could have came home and visually saw a situation in their home. Okay? Like, you could have walked in on something, and then now that always stays in your mind, or you saw a video or something like that. So now it's like this person could have said something to try to elevate themselves, like, well, if you would have did this, maybe I wouldn't have had to do that. Like, they try to blame you so that you could try harder, and it feels like you've been trying harder ever since. Okay, and I don't think a lot of yous are not with this person, but what it is that in the new situations, whenever there's a disappointment, it's like subconsciously that shit is playing in your head. With the Five of Wands, Spirit, why it had put you in a competition, right? The Seven of Pentacles came out to that again, right? They made you compete for validation or worthiness, or telling you why you weren't worthy. And the Five of Pentacles are making you feel left out in the cold, right? And then the suit, which one is this? This is the Seven of Swords, but it was a fucking lie. I told you. All right. And the Page of Pentacles, okay, they just wanted the opportunity to continue to take from you, or whatever they were gaining from you, okay, without releasing you, and still having their options open. Okay, King of Pentacles, they could have been, propping themselves up financially. Ten of Swords, betraying you, right? And the Seven of Wands, and all the while doing it with an air of arrogance. Okay, but they were really just the Knight of Wands. Okay, they were just praying. I feel like today's readings is everybody is looking back at wounds. Some of them are further back. Like, these are healing messages, right? Water signs, it feels like for you, what you're recognizing is that if you pull the thread of that relationship, you will see how it has been woven into all the relationships you've had since then, or the lack thereof. And the thread is that you are waiting for somebody else to pour back in to you what you might feel they took from you. But spirit is waiting for you to pour that into yourself. Okay? Right? With the Page of Wands, right? And the Devil. Because until you do that, you can't break through that, okay? It's like you can't break through that. And the Ace of Pentacles is here. There is an opportunity for something new to come towards you, but spirit is going to hold that off until you realize that you are the one that has to learn to love you. Okay? Water signs, I'm going to get you guys a closing card. Okay, Mary, I'm doing the elements today, so I'm not taking personal questions, but if you listen to your element, you will find your answer. Okay. Spirit, can you show me a closing message for my water signs, please? Inner vision. What is it that you see within yourself? Cut through the fog of confusion with your power of discernment. What did I say? What did I say? Right? Then this one says a rough road. Okay. Prepare carefully before you continue. Okay. So I feel like what spirit is saying is that it continues to be a rough road because water signs, it's like you're swimming against the current right now. And it's because you're seeing yourself through somebody else's eyes. Thank you, my love, for the roses, right? You're seeing yourself through somebody else's eyes, and it's time, right, to see yourself with fresh eyes. Planning phase and plan wisely, right? It's like the plan up until this point might have been, well, I'll know my worth when somebody else loves me or somebody else will, but it's not about anybody else. They're not really the main character. Okay, you are. Okay, and once you love yourself in a different way, others will follow. Anything else for my water signs? New worlds. And then when you unlock the self-love, that's when you begin the real journey of falling in love. But this time it's going to be with yourself on your own. Okay? And I feel like that is what you really need. You don't really need somebody else to love you right now. I'm not saying that that's not going to happen, but what I'm saying is that the focus should be the love you give to yourself, because up until this point, it's like confusing you, right? But the truth is that relationships are a mirror, and they're going to reflect back what you see in the mirror. So what do you see in the mirror, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio? If you want your outer world to change, you have to address your inner world first. And if you're looking for assistance with that, join the Spiritually Strapped group in Patreon, because that's what we're doing over there. We're doing the hard work of elevating ourselves to our highest timeline and learning to love on ourselves. And it sounds like water signs, that's something that is highlighted for you right now. Okay. So I'm going to go over and do fires now. Let me just clear this. Okay, water signs. I felt like that was an active wound. Okay, I felt like earth and air were like more so looking back. Okay, but I feel like water signs, that feels like an active wound right now. Okay, and it may be that the relationship is over, but the wound is not. Spirit, can you show me what is it that my fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, need to know right now? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please. Yes. Better know thyself. Yeah. That's where the healing's at, right? Spirit, can you give me an angel number for Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, please? Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. 333, support, right? Growth, creativity, joy, community, vision, and talents. And then you have 0220, right? Act on your idea. Spirit said don't. It's in reverse, okay? Just give it a moment. Give it a moment. Give it a moment. Okay, if you were planning to take matters into your own hands, give it a moment. 333. Spirit is on the way. At the bottom of the deck, 2112. It's up to you. Okay, I feel like what they want you to do is to decide what it is that you truly want, okay, before you take any action towards any perspective. I feel like they're waiting for a cue from you, but it's an internal one. It's not an external action. Okay, they may be asking you to give them permission to shift the frequency of your relationship or relationships, or to bring in the opportunities for the things. Okay? All right? So I feel like if you're a fire sign and you're having a question about something, what you need to do, and what was the name that said that? Christy, I think. I feel like, Christy, what Spirit is saying is, come to us and ask us what is the best resolution so we can assist you in making. We're going to assist you. You don't have to necessarily take action on it. We're going to show you what needs to be revealed. Okay? So let's get some tarot. Right? And for those of you that are just coming in, when you get a chance, go over to YouTube, watch the general energy, because we were talking about basically that, right? Is like going to our ancestors and knowing what ancestor we need to go to about particular issues and what we need them to do so that we could be free of situations, however that may appear in our present. Right? Instead of asking, and I always tell my personal clients this, don't ask for a person back. Ask for the best outcome for you. And if that person happens to be in that, then great. And then if they're not, fuck it, 2 tears in a bucket. But at least it's moved out of the way so that you can open your arms to something that is good for you. Right? So Spirit, right? Judgment, right? Discernment, right? Spirit, can you show me, please? What is it that my fire signs need to know, please? What does fire need to know right now? What does fire need to know? You got the Six of Wands, okay? And the Four of Pentacles. Because you could win the battle and not the war. Okay? You could win the battle, not the war. Meaning, right? Remember when I said in the beginning, fire signs, y'all may be smoking on something else, just chilling out because you're like, I could burn this whole shit down, right? You could force something to be. That doesn't necessarily mean it's the best outcome for you. I feel like Spirit is saying that. Okay, with the Queen of Wands coming out in reverse, that is your queen. It can make you feel devalued, okay, or like you lost your mojo. With the Ace of Cups coming out here cross, okay, you could be doubting or questioning something. Spirit, can you show me? Right, with the fucking Empress. Okay, there could be somebody pregnant. Maybe you're pregnant. Maybe you're, extra hormonal right now. Okay, or your mom could be advising you in some way, or there's like a feminine energy within you that is being cracked open for the, a leveling up. Okay, but I feel like don't force your will right now, fire. Don't force your will. Thank you, Avira. Don't force your will. Allow Spirit, give Spirit permission, your benevolent ancestors, to move you or move those things that are blocking you for your highest good. Okay? Patience is not your forte, SC. Right, but this isn't about being patient, right? This is about not knowing what an outcome could be. And because you can't see the 360 in it, and there could be something that you miss in not being able to see the 360 in it, then by allowing Spirit and choosing the right words, because words are a spell, and saying to Spirit, move this situation to the best and most loving outcome for me, and then accept that, what that may be. That's a shortcut, actually. So you're like, I'm not patient. That's a shortcut because you are circumventing the pain and the suffering and the rabbit holes to surrender to Spirit and allow them to assist you to see what needs to be seen and what needs to be done so that you can move in that direction faster. Move, bitch. Get out the way. Get out the way. You see what I'm saying, Spirit? Why is the Six of Wands here? Right? Let Spirit do that work for you. Right? The Devil, look. Because sometimes in our ego, right, we feel like, oh, well, I'm being challenged by this, or this hurts, or I don't want to experience that. So the fear has us acting in ways that we think that we're winning, but we're really actually binding ourselves or keeping ourselves in a situation that is not working for us. Okay. And the Seven of Swords, it fills into like the self-deception in some way. Okay. Eight of Wands, and then later on we find out like the truth of like how, oh, so I kind of fucked myself over with that one, because like, this whole today has been about like old heartbreaks and things like that, right? So let's just give you an example. Right? Give you an example. So you go to the gas station and you see you're with your partner and you see a coworker of your partner, right? You see a coworker of your partner and you're with your partner and they smile and they say hello, and then you turn to get something, or you're talking to the person who's pumping the gas or whatever, right? And when you turn back, you see them like mouthing something, right? You could go upside the both day head right then. You could black out. You could make a scene. But is either one of them going to tell you what happened in that interaction? No. Right? How about you tell spirit, can you reveal what needs to be revealed so that I could be in the right situation for myself? And watch how the fuck that moves. Okay? Just example. Right? Just an example. Right? The Hierophant in reverse, right? Because you might find that this person is not committed to you or that they don't do the right thing, right? Or that you may be in an illusion thinking that you're in a commitment and you're not, right? In the Knight of Cups, this person lacks the maturity to be the King of Cups. They wear two faces. And in some instances, the Knight of Cups can be worse than the Knight of Wands. Why? Because the Knight of Wands does not fake. They're in and out, bro. Like everybody knows that they, it's like they're wearing a t-shirt for the streets. You feel me? But the Knight of Cups is Casanova. He makes you believe. You feel me? Right? He love bombs you, makes you believe. Male or female, right? So here goes the Queen of Wands in reverse, and see how it gets you, right? Instead of you being your magnetic yourself, right? Now you're all insecure, right? Feeling like you lost your mojo, right? Male or female, right? Excellent example, right? They're not going to tell you what the fuck they said. They're not. Right? So instead of you like now, listen, fire, you definitely could dominate that situation and everybody's going to act like they cower, but behind your back, they're still going to be, you know what I'm saying? So what you really need to do is, it's not so much the action you take there might make you feel better in the short term to burn that shit down to the ground, right? You see what I'm saying? But in the long version of it, right? It's really highlighting the conflict that you're experiencing internally, Five of Wands, okay? That it's making you feel less than. What do you have to do about that, right? And the Hierophant is here in the upright, right? It was here in the reverse, right? How can you get into some type of commitment that will actually value you and has healthy parameters, right? Instead of trying to force an appearance, when you know goddamn well that as soon as you turn your head, that shit's still gonna be in play, right? So the Ace of Cups here is crossed, right? Spirit, why is this Ace of Cups here crossed, please? Can you show me? With the Three of Swords. So you're gonna put on a happy face and make them pretend that everything's Gucci, but in reality, you're just putting off the heartbreak. Heartbreak. Hotel, Five of Pentacles, right? And you now in the dark. Because now they're just going to tighten it up. Right? King of Swords is always like 5 and 10 steps ahead. Do you see? And the Empress, right? Spirit. And what do we say? For those of y'all who are not in the Patreon, y'all be missing the party, okay? Because we had a whole thing about the Empress and how she's in Taurus and in Libra and how she means different things in different houses. And the Empress plants seeds, okay? But in Libra, she got a big fucking sword. Right? Right? Now, you could use that sword to swing at the situation in the gas station, whatever, right? Or you could use that sword to cut out the root, right? The sun, and expose, right? Expose something so it can be disinfected. The Knight of Swords, right? So you could pull the sword out of your throat, right? The Five of Cups. Because while you're trying to control the narrative or the communication, you're really crying over the spilled milk. That's it. What you really got to do is make the decision here. Okay, because the Tower already happened. You can't unsee what you saw, or you can't unknow what you know, or whatever, right? Right, but you feel like, oh, but if you know, it's not happening fast enough. But really, the actions that you're taking in your wounded state are not really taking you to your healing. They're just putting a band-aid, Spirit said. Five of Swords. So it's a fake victory. Okay? Right. Exactly. Right. Instead of trying to fix it in the physical, give your spirits permission to handle what needs to be handled on your behalf. Okay? Because we're trying to have soft life era, Queen of Cups, okay? So you're going to have to make the choice, lovers. You value them or you value you, right? And the Queen of Cups here, right? That's like the divine mother frequency. Allow spirit to show you, to reveal to you the Two of Cups and who's really there for you and who ain't, and Wheel of Fortune. It will happen faster than you know, okay? Because you've been going through it over and over in some way, right? And I feel like this is your opportunity to choose a different way. Look what this Wheel of Fortune says. It says pick a fate, any fate. You could keep picking the same thing by thinking that you're controlling the situation by being rah-rah or burning something down, but you're not. You're really, prolonging the walk to spirit. Give them permission. Okay? The Emperor. I feel like that's how you become the ultimate authority rests with him, right? I feel like that's how you unlock things about yourself, okay? Learning to accept. I'm hearing let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be, right? So it's like allowing the truth to step in so that you can get on the right path faster, okay? Spirit, can you show me closing messages for my fire signs? Flame of courage, scales of balance. You have to step into the courage of it and allow the divine Empress to wield her sword of justice on your behalf. Okay? Labyrinth of choices, because you could go nuts trying to control a situation that you can't see all of it. Okay? And if you allow this to happen, walking unscathed, okay, you will see that your ancestors have you divinely protected. Crystal of clarity. All right? But it's like when you think that you are like, I'm gonna fix that situation, you're not. You're putting off something, okay? If you want fast progress, give them permission. Metamorphosis, mirage, right? So like I said, it can be a fake thing of thinking that you've got it under control when you need to allow spirit, right? Sky of clarity. Let them come through and wipe the situation away, okay? They committed to you like no other. Okay? And right now you could be committed to keeping the status quo, and that may not be the best. Okay? Hurtful events. It's like that's how you burn yourself, fire signs. Do you see that shit? Okay? Divine flow. Allow the divine mother to come through. Okay? Wish granted, and you will see that you end up with what you really want. Okay, instead of being in fantasy land, listen, spirit is not playing. Okay, listen to the wise counsel. Okay, That's what Spirit had to say about that. All right. So I really love that. I feel like today Spirit was mostly talking about old wounds of love that keep us tied to things that no longer serve us. Thank you, Lovelee. Always on point and always a pleasure. Thank you, guys. And please, if this is your first time watching, please do follow, right? If you like this style of reading, join the Patreon. We're over there really healing ourselves, mind, body, and soul. Okay. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to come on, do the elements. We do this every Monday. Okay, I will be on this week to take questions from the TikTok community. You guys will see that later on this week. All right, so I'm wishing you all light and love and blessings on blessings. Bye, guys. Okay, bye, my loves.